Hello. Welcome everybody. I am Heather and we are coming to you live each and every day. So you learn more about Luminess, what we have to offer, anything and everything. So it's a way for you to ask questions, see it being done. We go over the starter kit. So we go over everything you need to know. So definitely check out our links, the links in the description or the bio, so you can see the products that we're talking about as well. Have you ever started to get ready and like you get lotion or something in your eye? My eye was like, whoo, red. It was burning. Oh. So yeah, my eyes are burning. So sorry about that, guys. All right, so let's go over, again, like I said, we go over the starter kit. We go over what you get, how to use it, all of that. So let me show you our Icon. This is the Icon Pro. We also have the Legend and the Breeze, of course. And my Breeze is plugged in right now, so I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But the Icon, the Pro, Icon Pro, Legend, Breeze, they all basically work the same. They're all amazing systems. And how you put it on, it's obviously different than traditional makeup. So we're going to go over that, okay? But it does come with 2 bottles of foundation, Love, and blush. The foundation, we give you the 2 large bottles because when you pick it, you're picking a range. So we give you 2, so one of those will match. Maybe you have to mix those together. Super easy, and I'll even go over that too. But we give you the 2 large bottles because we want you to try it. We want you to use it. We want you to practice and get going with it. The blush is super high pigmented, so you're only going to use about 2 drops of that, and that's about it. Where's my, oh, there it is. Okay, here is what we want you to do to get started. So when you get your system, get it out, plug it in. When you turn it on, there's air. And so, hey Linda, hey Kathy, hey Pam on YouTube. Get it out and move that stylus around. You also want to watch yourself in the mirror, just using the air to make sure you're 4 finger widths away and keep it moving. Next thing, you can practice putting water, or you put water in here and practice airbrushing on your face. What you want to practice is the barely pulling back on that trigger. You're never going to pull all the way back unless you're cleaning it. So make sure to practice, because I would say 9.6 times people put this on like traditional makeup when they first get it. So just know that it is different, and so it does take a little bit of practice. All right. We got, oh man, everybody jumped on. Hello, Jeannie. Hey, Sarah. Good morning. Good morning, Luminess. Good morning, Martin. How are you? Hello, Patty. Veronica, good morning. Good morning, Cindy. Awesome, awesome. All right, so now let's go ahead and get started. Now, because my eye has been watering, I'm going to go in with our translucent powder right here, and I'm going to powder first. So just taking maybe that much, and I just powder. I actually powder everywhere. You can powder in like your T-zone, wherever you get shiny, but I am going to just powder just because if my eyes water anymore, I don't want it to make a mark or mess me up any. But I love that look. Powdering first really gives you a, I don't know, it's just like a more flawless look, if that's even possible. Okay, so I do have my, I don't know if you can see it here, my Breeze plugged in. Guys, I'm going to tell you, pick a day and plug it in. You'll forget to charge it because it lasts for so long, but just pick a day of the week and that's your day you're going to charge your Breeze. The charge lasts for a long time, and so I don't want you to get started and then it goes out on you. So if you just pick a day that you can use it or charge it, you can do that. All right, so I'm going to now use the eyeshadow. What, Heather, you haven't done your makeup. Well, with airbrush makeup, there's a lot you can do, but because airbrush makeup does not move, And yesterday I did a powder guard underneath. Today I'm going to do my eyes first. Because I'm doing my eyes first, if I do get any fallout, I'm able to clean that up. I don't have to worry about any of that. Good morning, Debbie. How are you? All right, I'm going to go in, and today we're doing kind of a classic, a timeless look. You know, I always tell you guys, like, do a look, and your classic's going to be different than my classic. And so you can take what I'm doing, and if what I'm doing is too dark for you, just go lighter. Remember, wherever that first spot that you put the makeup, or the first spot you put the brush, that's where most of the makeup's going. So maybe you don't dip back in it anymore. Maybe you just blend that out. So you can take what I'm doing and just do it lighter. I am going to go in. I'll go in. Let's go in. This is kind of a terracotta brown, and I'm going to put that right in my crease. Almost making a V, but I'm bringing it in a little bit more. Okay, now I'll go to the other eye. Now when I'm blending, I'm barely touching my eyelid, but I'm also not picking up the brush. I leave it right there and boop, 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 back and forth, okay? Now, do a little bit more. I feel like this is gonna fall. Okay. Now see that? That's not blended. It's not what I want, but that's okay. It doesn't matter if I just stuck that on there. I go back and I blend it. And we're blending and we're blending. So I'm trying to get rid of the sharp edges or, you know, the harsh lines, and blending that out. Okay. Now I can go in, and actually I can use my finger. I'm going to use just a matte eyeshadow, and I can put that right on the inside on the lid. Now you can tell the difference. This is fine, but see how just a little bit can just pop it out, right? Now here's a little trick. So if you have a little bit of wrinkles and crinkles in here, what I want you to do when you do the eyeshadow is you look the opposite way of the corner that you're putting it on. Does that make sense? So this corner, I'm going to look that way, and that stretches your eye so you don't have any hiccups or speed bumps, okay? Dream, your sleeping beauty. My sleeping beauty. So also what that can do is, if I brought the darkness in a little bit too much, I can even use that to kind of lighten it and blend it even more. Okay, so I am going to go back and blend. Good morning, Ruby. How are you? Guys, keep in mind I am watching Facebook and YouTube, so if I don't see you, say hello again. And if you're new, say hello. Hello. We want to know. We want to know if you're new. We want to say hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm inside and I feel like my hair is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger with this humidity. All right, so I am going to take it up one more notch and using the dark brown, not the black, but just keeping it in the browns. I'm going to go in and just a little bit right here. Okay, not even bringing it in as far as I normally do, because even that step could make a difference. So if you can, if you're like, Heather, I can't use that dark color, maybe just start with the baby steps. Right in there. Okay, sound good? Now I'm going to take my flat eyeshadow brush, and I think I'm going to go back to that terracotta red, I mean, terracotta brown, but maybe get a little bit of that dark brown and line the eyes. Right in there. Okay? Where'd my sponge go? Oh, it's rolled back here. So now that eyeshadow is on, I'm going to take my brush that I powdered with and just swipe underneath to make sure I don't have any fallout, okay? So now that we know, now if I got really messy and needed to, I could, hey Connie, I could go in there and clean up. So I could take a Q-tip and kind of clean up underneath and then fix it later, or, you know, keep going. But didn't get any fallout really, so I can keep going. All right, so now, do I have this? Yeah. I haven't used this in a while, but we're gonna use the concealer. I'm actually gonna swipe it on my hand. Make sure my finger's clean. I'm just going to tap a little bit underneath, and then I'm blending it. So I can take a brush, you can take a blender and just dab. If I use a brush like this, I'm barely touching. So a little bit more. Hey Muzi, how are you? And go right there. Again, watch how I used to use like a blending brush, like I do for my eyes, but this one's really thin, very light, like I'm not pulling any. So you can go back and forth like this, or like that. Now I'm looking up, because looking up is stretching without stretching. Like looking up is going to help smooth out underneath. Makes sense? Makes sense? You try, Martin, just try, when you're trying to like talk somebody into doing something, or you know, like Martin, don't try to get her to, if somebody never wears eyeshadow, then don't even try to get them in anything that's below or above or whatever, like a medium brown. Stick to neutral colors, stick to matte colors, and only do one color, even if it's an all over color. But it will throw people big time. Hello, Alavina, how are you? All right, now because I use that concealer underneath, I'm just gonna hit it with my powder brush to set it. I'm now going to take my breeze and shake up my bottles. Oh, Veronica, your lashes came in. Yay. Oh, I love, Jeannie's like, let's remember to compliment strangers and pay it forward. Yes, I love that. I always tell you guys, like, if you're walking by somebody and the thought comes in your mind, like, oh, that's a cute dress, or, oh my gosh, I love that lipstick, or love that haircut, or whatever the case may be, tell them. I think there's a, you know, like, I believe that there's a reason why. There's a reason why that came in your mind. Maybe they need that today. Maybe, I mean, you don't know what they're going through. So yes, I agree, Jeannie. All right, I put my drops in my foundation well, holding it 4 finger widths away, pulling lightly on my trigger. I'm making my moves. Always, when you're airbrushing, start your movement first. Don't sit there and wait for the makeup to come out, because what will end up happening is you get up of makeup. And so obviously we don't want that. So if you make your movements first, then that is going to be very helpful in your application process. Oh, this air feels so good. So I'm just making my rounds, really concentrating on my problem areas versus my chin or maybe my forehead. But I do go and make those passes. And now I can hear that it's out of makeup. When you're out of makeup, it does have that dry sound. You'll start picking up on all of this the more you airbrush, and just know, like, you'll be like, oh, I don't know. But you'll start getting that. You can practice with the with water and just listen for that sound. You'll be able to hear when the product's being released, and you'll be able to hear when it's out. All right. So now taking my cut one, which you can obviously tell I use this quite a bit. Going in and doing some contouring. The other thing is, make sure not to get too low to the jawline. You do want that space from contour, highlight, contour. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I almost did that. Almost got a little bit too low. So I'll be blending and blending and blending. There we go. And then I'm going to take my optics palette again. Oh no, that's awful. Jeannie's daughter loves to play with it with just water, and that it does feel like a spa day. If you have like porcelain or M1 primer, you can use that as a spa day. Like, put that moisturizer on your face. All right, I'm using Mirage and a little bit of Beaming. Mirage has that pink to it, and I'm just going to go right on, kind of right above my cheekbones. And then I can go down my nose. And a little bit right there. Okay, so still keeping it somewhat neutral, somewhat, I mean, the eyes, I got some eyeshadow on. I wouldn't necessarily call this a super smoky eye, but it, you know, you can see them. And now I'm going to grab my charming, bam, and do a little bit of pink on my cheeks. And the reason I'm doing pink on my cheeks is because my little pop color is going to be flamingo. So grabbing, oh, I love this color. I mean, look, I need mascara, but I mean, hey, that's good. Watch this. Look at that. Guys, look at that. Look how that just brightens up the face. Is that not amazing? We talk about this all the time, about how a little bit of like a pop of color, on the lips makes such a difference, especially if you have one on your teeth. There we go. Makes such a difference. And I don't even have mascara on yet. And so it really, really, really does. It makes a world of difference. So if there's a day that you're just not feeling it, maybe you have allergies, whatever the case may be, do this little pop of color and you will be so amazed how it just brightens up the face. This summer, we're seeing a lot of color. We're seeing a lot of bright colors. Go for it. Do it. Do it. And then now I'm going to add my mascara. And really separate those lashes with the thinner end, the point, not a point, but Guess you don't want to point with mascara. Ooh, mascara makes a world of difference. And there you go. I'm telling you guys, y'all need to jump on and check out our bright colors, whether it's a lip stain, a lipstick. We have some beautiful reds in our lipsticks. We have beautiful, this is Flamingo in the Vinyl Slick. We have bright colors in the metallic lip stains. So definitely check those out. You will love them. All right. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. So good to see you. And I will see you back here tomorrow. It is our Friday. Can you believe it? Friday. All right, guys. See you soon. Bye for now.